Okay, now let us see what this vision means. The message for him we have seen: tune the sitar, neither low nor high. The string overstretched breaks and the music dies. The string overslack is dumb and the music dies. So, what he understood from this? Let us see. So, Buddha, he thought to himself, I too have tortured my body to starvation. He thought that I too have tortured my body to starvation. We have seen for many days in succession, means for many days he was eating just barely a grain. Yes, children. And okay, so he thought that I too have tortured my body to starvation. Starvation, it is a noun here, means suffering caused by lack of food. Okay, if there is lack of food, means you are torturing your body, na? Yes, children. So he was torturing his body. He thought that way to starvation. Starvation means suffering caused by lack of food. Okay, you suffer when you are not eating food. Yes, children, that is starvation. I have taken to extremes. I have taken to extremes. Extremes means I have taken to highest degree. Okay, of starvation. I have taken to highest degrees. Let me follow the middle path. Okay, not so low, not that extreme highest level. Like in the sitar, he understood from this. Okay, you don't have to be very low and don't have to be to take your body to the highest level. Okay, means not to torture your body. Okay, not to go to the extremes and not fall to the lowest level, not fall to the lowest level and not go to the extremes highest degree. Okay, so when he tried to get up to take a bath in the river, he found that he had become so weak that he could not rise. So he thought that way, and when he tried to get up to take a bath in the river, he found that he had become so weak that he could not rise. Just then, a beautiful girl named Sujata appeared before him, carrying a golden bowl filled with sweetened milk and rice. Okay, sweetened milk and rice. He carried a golden bowl filled with sweetened milk and rice. Okay, children. Okay, so there he saw a girl who appeared before him. The name of girl was Sujata. She was carrying a golden bowl filled with sweetened milk and rice. So when she saw the weakened ascetic, okay, weakened ascetic. Ascetic means children, a person who follows ascetic life. Ascetic life means a life avoiding all pleasures of all pleasures and leading a simple life for religious purpose. Okay, that is ascetic life means leaving all pleasures of life, living a simple lonely life, leaving everything, all worldly pleasures. Okay, and living a simple and very simple life. Okay, that is called ascetic life, leaving everything. Okay, and just for some religious purpose the person is living, that is called the ascetic life. So when she saw the weakened, very weak person, he was not able to stand either. Okay, so when she saw the ascetic person, she offered the ball at his feet, and what she said, Lord, please accept my offering of milk and rice. She said, Lord, please offer my sorry, please accept my offering of milk and rice. Offering means children, a thing which is offered or thing which is presented. Okay, so here it was a sweetened milk and rice. Buddha accepted her offering. Yes, children, accepted her offering. This was his first meal after many days of starvation. So this was his first meal after many days of starvation. It refreshed him and infused a new strength in him. So after having that meal of sweetened milk and rice, the Buddha felt refreshed and it infused a new strength in him. Infused means children, it filled his body with a new strength. He realized that making the body suffer was not the way to enlightenment and truth. So he understood, he realized that making the body suffer by eating nothing, okay, it is not the way to, it is not a solution. Okay, he realized that making the body suffer was not the way to enlightenment and truth. Gautama had longed for enlightenment. He was longing, he was wishing for that. He was longing very badly for that enlightenment, for that knowledge, for that understanding. Yes, children, that night he found the answer to his query. So that night he got the answer for his query. What is the cause of sorrow? What is the cause of all happiness, sadness? The cause of sorrows is desire. Desire means, children, the to want something strongly, to want something badly. That desire. Okay. The cause of all sorrow is desire. The cure for sorrow is to give up all desires. And the cure and the heal for your sorrow is to give up, to leave all the desires and adopt right living. Okay, children. So he got the answer to his query, that is, what is the cause of sorrow? The cause of sorrow is desire, means ichha rakhna. I want this, I want that. This is, I am, whatever I am having, it is not sufficient. I want more, I want more. Okay, so not happy with whatever you are having, that kind of desire. Cause of sorrow is desire. Okay, and when you desire and if you're not getting that, you feel you feel sad, na? Okay, so that is the cause of your sadness. Okay, the cure for sorrow is to give up all the desires, leave everything, be happy with whatever you have, and adopt the right way of living. Okay, okay, always be true to yourself, always be positive, work hard, and adopt the right living. And first and foremost is leave all the desires. Desires are the cause for your sorrow. Born under a tree. Buddha, born under a tree, the Buddha received illumination. Illumination means enlightenment. Enlightenment he got under a tree. Okay, to this day we venerate this tree. To this day we venerate this tree as the Bodhi tree. Venerate means, children, respect deeply. Okay, have great respect for. So he got the enlightenment, illumination under this tree. That's why this tree is respected even today. Okay, to this day we venerate this tree as the Bodhi tree, and this fig tree is given the name Bodhi tree, and we respect it even today. Okay, children, understood? The cause of sorrow is desire, and the cure for sorrow is to give up all desires and adopt the right living. So this is the end of Gautama's quest. Whatever was he in search of, he got the answer for his search. Yes, children. So from this lesson, we went through, we understood the severe hardships which Gautam underwent for 6 years, and he displayed immense willpower. He hardly ate a grain of rice, but refused to give up until but refused to give up until he attained enlightenment. Okay, children. So along the way, Gautama saw a vision. It changed his approach. He then decided to follow the which path? Middle path, and stop torturing his body to starvation. Okay. As he accepted the offering of milk and rice from Sujata, he felt refreshed and infused with strength. He realized that making the body suffer was not the way to enlightenment and truth. Yes, children. So a circle was complete. Okay, circle was complete. Born under a tree, Buddha received illumination, means he got that understanding. Okay, that knowledge also under a tree. That's why this tree is venerated even today. Yes, children. So we understood that Gautama's long wait, the quest for truth, ended when that night he found answer to his question. The cause of sorrow was desire. Okay, and the cure for the same was to give up all desires and adopt a right living. Yes, children, understood? Understood the story of Gautama's quest, Gautama's search? Yes, I hope you understood the chapter, you got inspired, you get inspired from this chapter. Yes, children. So leave all your desires and adopt a right living. Yes. So we'll stop here. So now in the next video, we will see the pointers. We'll try to solve the pointers. Till that time, you will read the chapter again and again. Read, understand the chapter. Okay. So till next period, I am taking your leave. Bye bye.